So today we are going to talk about tree diagrams. Tree diagrams are organizational tools to help you find the probability when you're looking at combination problems. For example, if you went to a restaurant and had a certain number of appetizers, main dishes, and desserts to choose from, and you wanted to know how many possible meal combinations you could order. Or if you were talking about certain numbers of pairs of shoes and pants and shirts, and you wanted to know how many outfit combinations you had. Those are all good examples of tree diagram problems. How do you make one? Well, every tree starts with a seed, and then it branches out, and then there are branches that come off of the first set of branches, and so on and so forth. Tree diagrams are very similar. So let's make one. Here's a problem for you. Mrs. Baum's ice cream shop has a special today on 1 scoop, 1 topping on a cone. Here are your options. For a cone, you can either have a sugar cone or a waffle cone. For your ice cream, you can choose from strawberry, vanilla, or chocolate. Toppings are fudge, caramel, or sprinkles. And the question is, how many possible combinations are there? So, step 1, we start with our seed. And the first items that we are choosing from, we're starting with our cone because obviously when you're going to make an ice cream cone, you got to start with the cone. So from our seed, we have 2 possible options. We've got sugar cone and waffle cone. Our next step is our ice cream. And for each of the types of cones that you chose, there were 3 different ice cream choices. So right here, this chocolate, this is actually chocolate on a sugar cone, which is different from this chocolate because this is chocolate on a waffle cone. So this is our second level of our combination choices. At this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible outcomes. But remember, there's toppings. So this is where, when you get into that third layer in your tree diagram, it can get a little bit hairy. And so it's really important to try and spread things out to be able to see all of your possible combinations. So we added on our toppings. And for each of the different cone ice cream combinations, you could choose from fudge, caramel, or sprinkles. So this sprinkles right here is actually sprinkles on strawberry ice cream on a sugar cone, which is different than sprinkles on vanilla ice cream on a waffle cone. At this point, I can go to the very edge of my tree diagram and count up all of these guys to find out how many possible combinations I've got. So the questions we can answer are, like I said, how many total combinations are there? And again, I would go to the edge here and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for a grand total of 18 combinations. Let's say I wanted to know how many of my combinations contain strawberry ice cream. Well, here's 1 strawberry, but for that 1 strawberry, there are 3 possible combinations. And then for this strawberry, there are another 3 possible combinations for a grand total of 6 combinations. Now, the last question's a little bit different. If you were to order a cone at random, say you walked in and said, I don't know, just give me something that is in the special. What is the probability that you'll end up with sprinkles? Well, we had 18 total combinations. If you go to the end and count up how many of those combinations have sprinkles, that gives you your probability that you'll get sprinkles on your cone. So remember, we had 18, and then if you counted them up, you would find that there are 6 out of 18, or 33%, possible combinations that include sprinkles. So remember, when you're creating your tree diagram, you start with a seed, and then you branch out for your first set of combinations. From each of those, you're going to branch out with the next set. And then if you have another layer of possible outcomes, you'll branch out there again. See you later.